We're at war. Whether you like it or not, what's happening with cryptocurrency right now, this is boiling down to everything I've ever talked about on this channel since it was launched in 2016. I'm pissed off, and you should be too. That's what we're talking about today. Kevin O'Leary, Tornado Cash, all the people who think privacy isn't required in cryptocurrency, I'm targeting this video at you. So first of all, I'm always met with a lot of people who are really sensitive to the victims of the hacks of a DeFi platform. Often these victims' funds were used through Tornado Cash to be funneled, and it allows a hacker to essentially get away with it or to cash out, to reap the rewards. First of all, anyone who is using DeFi, you should know the risks. Second of all, anyone who is releasing a smart contract that is inviting people to put money into that smart contract, you know the risks as well. These are attack vectors in crypto that need to be addressed, and whether you like it or not, hackers targeting these attack vectors makes them stronger in the long run. That is the tax of crypto. That is the cost of your education in crypto. Second of all, anyone who thinks that Tornado Cash was a horrible tool, it was used exclusively for criminals to launder their money and get away with their crimes, you will love to have a privacy tool sooner rather than later, and you would... There is a difference between morality and legality. If you don't know what that means, take a couple days and really dive into that concept. If you don't think privacy is important, if you think that taking away your own privacy is worth it because it also takes away the privacy of criminals, you are doing yourself, everyone around you, a disservice. If you don't like criminality and you don't like the tools that help support it, get off the internet. Criminals are everywhere, whether you like it or not, and that doesn't mean that you don't also are, allowed or should have the right to be able to protect your privacy if you want to. The fact that the US government has sanctioned open source code is a huge move, obviously overreaching. Up until this point, open source code has been protected by the First Amendment under the freedom of speech because tech is neutral. You should not be punishing the people who create this technology because someone figured out a way to use it for nefarious purposes. Next up, we have Kevin O'Leary. You know Peter from Family Guy is grinding my gears. Do you know why? Because first of all, he's saying that the arrest of the founder of Tornado Cash is a sacrifice that we all should make. It's a good thing that we made it because it's going to usher in institutional investors. First off, Kevin O'Leary, don't ever use the word we, because I am not in that camp, and I know there's a lot of people in this crypto space that heavily disagree with you. Bring back Kevin O'Leary of 2013. 2013, Kevin O'Leary did an interview where he said Bitcoin was a legitimate asset and that it's for people, a hedge for people who don't trust central banks and don't trust politicians. Where is that guy at? 2019, 6 years later, he was calling it crypto crap and it was a Ponzi scheme and a scam, Bitcoin included. Now he's some crypto evangelist and now he's like the only way for crypto to survive is if institutional investors pour in. No. He's got it wrong. The only reason institutional investors can survive is if they get exposure to cryptocurrency. Bitcoin does not need institutional investors. It is the other way around. And the fact that he is willing to sacrifice privacy-enhancing, privacy-enabling tools to usher in other vampire squid who just want to make a quick buck on trading the derivatives of Bitcoin and not actually harnessing the network, the beautiful network that is decentralized, permissionless, immutable. If he doesn't like crypto cowboys like the founder of Tornado Cash, what the heck does he think about Satoshi Nakamoto? What does he think about the cypherpunk movement and the whole reason why cryptocurrencies exist in the first place? That's why I'm pissed off. We have come such a long way, such a far space from why cryptos were invented to now people are just just care about profits. Thank you, Phil Zimmerman. Thank you, Hal Finney. Thank you, Satoshi Nakamoto. Thank you to everyone who is building cryptocurrencies with this kind of passion and that privacy state of mind. Because privacy and anonymity are the only way that this movement is a peaceful movement, a peaceful protest against the violence, that always comes from governments. Governments are pissed about cryptocurrencies. They don't want you to have access to that kind of a freedom enhancing tool, and they're the ones that are bringing the violence. Encryption is the perfect non-violent response to that. If you don't believe me that about governments, ask yourself why the IRS agents are now required to be armed and to expect a violent conflict when it comes to collecting taxes. They're even instructed to use deadly force. At what point are we going to wake up and realize that we need to stand up for what's actually happening? That's what we're coming to today, guys. It is coming to a head rapidly, and the actions of Tornado Cash perfectly describes it. This is too heavy for you. If you don't like it, don't be involved with crypto. Buy your stocks, buy your precious metals, and stick your head in bury your head in the sand and act like this isn't going to affect you in the long term, because CBDCs are coming whether you like it or not.